to the republic for which it stands.
One nation, under God.
Indivisible.
With liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
And we are back. We have our papers in hand. We are tucked behind enemy lines in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. The phones have gone into a metal container. They have shut off.
We're now at DEFCON 3.
We have smashed them with a hammer. No one can get a hold of us. No one knows where we are located. How are you doing today, Mr. Tarver?
I'm at DEFCON 3.
DEFCON 3.
I have ratcheted it up.
It's just a crazy world. So before we jump into it, let me say what we're going to do here today.
We don't know.
We don't really know. We've actually had two podcasts going on, and we may combine both of them into one today. We haven't decided yet.
Undecided.
We'll kind of see what goes. I'll be honest with you, folks. There's a little bit of gun news out there, but the gun news is scarce.
Yeah, scarce.
Scarce. Funny how that is, though, too. Funny how scarce it is when there's, I think it was last month, they did like 2.7 million. Is it million? 2.7 million background checks.
Amazing.
Guns sales are through the roof. Ammo sales are through the roof. And there has not been one mass shooting.
What? That's impossible.
It's impossible. They'd have you believe otherwise. Not one.
You could have had a mass shooting just driving some of them.
I know. Like I said, I was in town the other day and I did a little sneeze and I thought someone was going to shoot me.
They might.
The cough in my hand a little bit. So,
oh, man.
Absolutely insane out there right now.
Insane.
I've heard, though, that some guns are starting to come back into stock now, though.
Okay.
That's what one of my the guys I know that works at a gun store, he said that guns are starting to come back in stock. They're starting to show up at his store again.
His ammo?
This guy has a never-ending supply of ammo.
Okay.
But I think he still has plenty of ammo. But I would imagine ammo's going to start showing up too then.
Does this guy do secondhand guns as well, used guns?
He does.
Is that his inventory? Because
nope, he got
a lot of people out of work.
Yeah, no, he got a bunch of new ones.
Okay.
He got a bunch of new ones. So, have you done anything Second Amendment related? I know the answer, but
I purchased a firearm.
You did? Yeah. What did you purchase? What gem did you purchase?
It was highly recommended by you.
Highly recommended by me.
So I went and
I told you I'd never shot one, but I'd seen one.
I didn't. Come on, man! I've seen one of those before. I can confirm they exist. Yeah. Well, no, kind of an impulse buy. I was walking through the gun store and I'm like, kind of want to buy something.
You saw shiny.
There ain't nothing there. Well, like I said, I have gone to DEFCON 3 instead of having firearms in my. Everywhere I go that are easily accessible, I'm going to more capacity firearms. I'm loading.
Right.
I'm keeping loaded long shotguns everywhere, and about to start loading mags. It's not the virus I'm worried about. It's the madness that's about to take place. All these people out of work.
Yeah.
All these people going stir crazy. Everybody's about to get angry. A lot of people are starting to find out that you've been lied to.
Yeah, you've been lied to.
You've been lied to a little bit.
It's going on a little longer than what everyone thought. I mean,
they are planning a second wave, and they're going to keep rolling with this.
And just like that, we turned it into the Prepper/Conspiracy podcast.
Well, it's okay, though. This is what I'm doing right now. Anyway.
I get it. No, I'm giving you a hard time, man.
My son does not shoot as much, and
he has access to a range.
I know. I told him, take the Canic. And he took the Canic, and I'm like, I need something with some capacity, with the safety, in case. I don't want you waking up in the middle of the night freaking. So there was a Ruger 45, 10 rounds in the mag, and I never even thought about purchasing it. But this time, instead of me selling everything dirt cheap, was going to take advantage of someone else's misfortune that they bought a gun that they didn't like, and it was on the shelf for sale.
It's the SR series?
And I saw a guy, SR 45. And I saw a guy looking at it, and he was looking pretty close. So I told the guy behind the counter, hey, see that one? I'll take it right now.
Oh, shit. That was right after you called me, correct?
Yeah, well, I was looking, and I'm like, hey, what's up with this SR 45? Is this a crap gun? And you're like, I don't know. Never looked into it.
I've seen them in class, and they seem to work
shoot?
fine.
Okay. Well, I've
You're supposed
noticed.
to look up the reviews in the store. Not
I didn't have time. You heard how it went down. And I'm like, I'll take it. And after I got it home, I started, working with it, and it's giving me some concerns.
just add more oil.
It's giving concerns, man. If you take the slide off, the guide rod will fall out. I'm like, okay, well, I must have bumped it. And you put it back in place and turn it over, and it will fall out. I'm like, there's a little too much space in that.
I got a welder.
Okay, well,
We can fix it.
you rack it, and I don't know, 30% of the time it'll catch and lock back, and 60% it won't. Or 60, 70%.
So have you shot it yet?
I have not. And I was going to bring it today, but good grief at the wind
yeah, it's
out
like
here.
500-mile-an-hour winds.
Man.
So keep an eye on the weather. I'm gonna invite you over the podcast. Keep an eye on the weather, and if we get a lull in this over the next day or two, call me and say, hey, I want to come out and shoot that. Are you busy? And even if I shouldn't be, but even if I am, you can come out. You can shoot out here.
Well, during this crisis that we're having right now, the company that I work for is requiring more hours from us. Don't matter what you're doing, just stay out there because they love me.
More time to go ammo shopping.
And because they get, through the CARES Act, they get to write off
Discount.
50% of all employee
Taxes.
pay. All employee pay gets a 50% write off in taxes. So they're going to pocket an extra, 50, 60 million.
Overall, this whole thing is just bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just bullshit.
It is massive bullshit.
I mean,
I guess we're just all over the place. Let's just go everywhere.
We're into everything. In fact, I'm titling this Gun/Prepper/Conspiracy Theory Podcast. That might be the title.
Yeah, we're just talking crap.
This is bullshit. I'm going to jump on my soapbox for a minute.
All right, go.
I've never had unemployment a day in my life. A day in my life.
Me neither.
And I'm going to tell you right now that, this probably I didn't know. I couldn't foresee this coming. Okay.
Right.
Maybe not the best time to go full time with your side business, right?
Okay. Yeah. Well,
I mean, but I didn't see
in
it coming.
hindsight, yeah, but we didn't know that.
I'm going to try to, hunker down and get through it.
This has never happened in the history of the world.
I know.
It's madness.
I'm still getting calls. I'm still doing classes. They aren't as full. They aren't as busy. I've had some cancellations. But it is what it is. My wife, she works at the local school, and she also does some work from home, medical transcribing type stuff.
Right.
Okay. So her company that she works for, the medical transcribing, said, "Hey, look, you do all your transcription for the little doctors' offices and those things are freaking dead right now.
Yeah.
Nothing is going on.
They're going bankrupt. Hospitals are going bankrupt right now.
So they told her maybe you need to do some
literally filing bankruptcy.
So you need to file for unemployment, and then when we get busy, you're still on our roster, and you'll just pick up where you left off.
Right.
We freaking still make too much for her to get unemployment, so she's just getting effed.
Wow.
Just screwed.
Okay.
And you were telling me that there's some small business stuff I could get I can't
under the new CARES Act. I believe you could.
I can't bring myself to do it.
I understand.
The government screwed me, and now I'm going to take money. I don't think so.
Well, it's completely the government's fault that what's taking place here. This is not
purpose driven.
Yeah. It's not a virus problem. It's a government overreaction problem.
Well, they had. Okay, so I'm always thankful. I'm going to preface this with I'm thankful for everyone who works.
Right.
Whether you be a garbage man,
are they heroes?
Or you work?
Are they heroes? Because everybody's got to be a freaking hero these days.
For everyone, law enforcement, firefighters, the guy that sells me my Slurpee at the freaking Quick Mart.
Hey, that dude benefits my life.
That's whatever. I'm thankful for everyone and their jobs, right?
Right.
No one's a freaking hero. This is absolutely ridiculous, and I'm getting so Sick and tired of the Facebook frames. You stayed home. I had to go to work. I'm essential. My ass. I am so sick of this. So the firefighters and the law enforcement and everything showed up to our local hospital.
Oh man.
Our local hospital.
That's empty.
And we're getting there. And they showed up to the local hospital to celebrate
Yay.
the essential hospital employees.
Did they have a camera?
Oh, they did.
Was it filmed?
I saw a picture. It's probably on there somewhere.
Okay.
And
I see. No, that's the reason I see doing it.
they lined all the fire engines, the fire trucks,
Yay.
and the law enforcement, the police cars, and all. They lined them up in the hospital parking lot. What part of the parking lot did they line them up, you might ask? I don't know, the place where the line was supposed to be for all the people to get freaking tested. Do you know why they lined all the vehicles up there? Because no one is flocking in to get tested. There's not an overabundance of people at the freaking hospital.
I don't blame you. You seen that test?
It's not happening. Yeah, it's not happening. This is just all essential my ass. I mean, this just isn't. I'm just so sick of this.
I tell you what makes me angry is all the quote unquote conservative thought leaders.
Oh yeah.
Stay at home. This is killing everybody. These are, I don't understand. Once you reach a certain point of notoriety and influence or profitability or whatever, you toe the line.
Oh yeah.
And they all do. And you can't trust a one of them.
No, because I mean, we have, our governor here is like, well, this one's almost over, but we're getting ready to issue another stay at home or something more is coming. In the same breath, he says that what we have done, the so-called social distancing requirement crap that they're making us do, has our numbers have freaking. Well, I don't trust any numbers anyway, but our numbers have dropped. We're not at like 53%. We're at like 3%. But there'll be something else when this last order ends. There's going to be something else.
Oh, it's going to be something else. It's tyranny.
It's
outright tyranny.
It's absolute tyranny. I like to consider myself. People go, well, you're Republican, right? You don't lean left. No. I used to consider myself.
I used to till I've watched them and watched what they do.
I used to consider. Well, I consider myself a libertarian, and I used to consider myself a right-leaning libertarian. I'm leaning more toward anarchy now.
I'm constitutionalist.
I mean,
if it's in the Constitution, I'm for it, and then other than that, let's deal with it.
I don't lean right, and I don't lean left. I'm still consider myself a libertarian, but. This is insane.
This is
insane. We have a local the corona. Oh
shit! Oh man, it got me.
Yeah. We have a local sheriff here. Local sheriff.
All right.
And they're always coming out saying, "Well, we're constitutionalists. We'll stand with the Constitution." You've talked to this gentleman.
I have.
You've kind of interviewed him, and he told you where he'd stand.
I told him, we had a interesting conversation about what
heart
we going
to heart, and
how me and you gonna handle it. Yeah. What are we gonna do?
He came out.
People are ready.
He came out. Of course, they combined with the article where he's talking about doing Meals on Wheels.
Okay, that's good.
Good. He was helping out with that.
That's good. Do that. Take care of those old people.
No freaking crime or something. I don't know. But anyhow, he came out in that same statement and the same article and stated that he wanted everyone to know. He wanted everyone to know that in the Idaho statute, it allowed, if you disobeyed the governor's orders in a time like this, it allowed for him to issue you a misdemeanor.
Okay.
And you could be fined and you could be put in jail. So why would you state that if you aren't going to back it up? You don't state that unless you're planning on possibly enforcing that act. And the fact that there's lots of people that turn a blind eye, and this guy is the greatest. These people are the greatest. They won't do this. He freaking said that he would.
Yeah, well, he was laying the groundwork, and I'm not liking it.
I mean, he absolutely said that he would. And I want all those people to like.
And he hadn't done it.
No, he had nothing I know of. He hasn't done it, but
I'm sure that would make news pretty.
Yeah, I'm sure it would
be
too.
good.
But here's the thing, people.
But don't lay the groundwork for that. The governor, I have yet to see in the United States Constitution that null and void if the governor says so.
Yeah.
We still got a First Amendment. We got freedom of movement. We got freedom of speech. We have freedom of religion.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to go with that, and what kills me is even the people on the right that are saying was for the greater good. That's exactly the gun argument that the left has been making.
Yeah.
Let's just throw it all in. There has never been a power grab like this. 200 years of fighting for the Constitution has been thrown in the garbage in 2 weeks because, and the whole framing of the argument is BS. Well, you just more worried about the stock market than Grandpa. These people ain't worried about Grandpa. These people are scared for themselves, and they're sitting there and they're hiding and they're virtue signaling behind Grandpa. What they need to do, I'm sorry, you completely
Sorry, he was adjusting my microphone over here. I was slouching. It's bad for my posture.
Anyway, you got a lot of these people, and I'm watching them, the ones that are posting on this stuff. Not enough people are speaking out yet.
No.
Not enough people are speaking out. Trump is sitting in this bubble with Dr. Fascist and Bricks or whoever it is.
Burks.
Okay.
By BIRX.
The two people that are closely associated with Bill Gates with their silly models that keep getting it wrong,
Want me to hit that clip?
Sure, go for it.
So they've come out now. So if you die from anything, guess what?
Yeah. They've actually said today.
Do you want to set this up or just play it?
I'll just throw this couple things out,
Okay.
a couple thoughts. They actually said that the COVID-19 is the number one cause of death in America now. It's overtaking cancer and heart attacks. If you look at heart attacks went massively down in January, and they're still down. Why? Why are they down? Go ahead and hit it.
As it is laughable.
There are other countries that if you had a pre-existing condition, and let's say the virus caused you to go to the ICU and then have a heart or kidney problem, some countries are recording that as a heart issue or a kidney issue and not a COVID-19 death.
What if it was the heart or kidney issue that caused you to go to the hospital and then they tested you for cerveza bug? See, what they like to say is that regardless, you're there from cerveza bug. So if you died with cerveza bug, well, then cerveza bug was the cause of death.
Right now, we're still recording it, and the great thing about having forms that come in and a form that has the ability to mark it as COVID-19 infection, the intent is right now that if someone dies with COVID-19, we are counting that as a COVID-19 death.
What the hell did you just say?
Let me just repeat what she said there. The intent is right now that if someone dies with cerveza bug, we're counting that as a cerveza bug related death. You know what that's called right there? That's called game over. Illusion shattered. Lie exposed. The gig is up. The fable is revealed. She basically just said you absolutely cannot, under any circumstances, trust any number we've ever told you, tell you now, or will tell you in the future. Because we have an intent, and that intent is to drive that number as high as possible using whatever deaths we can, and the test will help us in our efforts.
So there you go. It's a sham, folks. It's a little big lie.
Who was that?
You keep talking.
Since he had commentary in it, we need to give him
I'll look it up.
Credit for that. But it's that's why heart attacks. That's why it's overtaking heart attacks and cancer. If you come in and drop dead from a heart attack, the paramedics in your what was the guy's name?
His YouTube channel was High Impact Vlogs, and the title of that video was Burks makes an ultra damning statement. MSM is silent, and that was posted up 2 days ago. So High Impact Vlogs, you can find it on YouTube.
Did you see the story? We just left guns in the dust. Did you see the story of?
We'll get back to guns. We got some good shit coming our way here.
All right, we're just gonna mix it all up.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you see the video of? The story of New York paramedics that if they are called to a heart attack victim, revive them on the street or don't bring them to the hospital.
I missed that one.
Okay, yeah. I don't think I sent it.
No, but I'm looking for something else.
But they're like, if you're a paramedic, you call to the scene and someone's having cardiac arrest, you get their heart beating there or don't bother bringing them here. I don't know where they're taking them, I guess to the morgue. But, yeah. They're just calling it COVID-19 and going on with it.
Well, here's the thing: is there was another article that came out from the Gateway Pundit, and is actually a little video.
Gateway Pundit's been on top of this from day one.
Yeah, it says
beating it up.
This is from a Minnesota senator and doctor. It says hospitals get paid more to list patients as COVID-19, and 3 times as much if the patient goes on a ventilator.
Yep, guaranteed federal money.
So I think I have to listen to the video again to get the exact numbers, but I want to say it was like $12,000 or something, or $11,000 if they list them as COVID-19, and it's almost $40,000 if they get put on a ventilator.
Put on a ventilator.
There you go, folks.
We got a serious problem.
Huge problem.
They built a emergency hospital in Seattle
that they didn't use.
Tents.
They didn't use it. They tore it down already.
What?
I mean, this is absolutely insane. And on top of it all, we've got, at least in Idaho and I'm sure elsewhere, there are small businesses that have been shut down that are listed non-essential. They freaking went home. I'm going to tell you right now, if you have a small business, you are a business owner, that business is essential. Yeah. I don't care what the hell it is. It's essential to you and your family and the people that partake in that business. There's people out there right now that have shut down their businesses
that ain't coming back.
They're not coming back, or they're looking at their businesses, and I'm thinking, I tell you what, you can sit at home and you can watch it die, and you can complain about it on Facebook, and I feel you. But you know what? Or you can go back to your business. You can start that sucker up again. You can get people coming in to support you. And maybe something will be done about it. Maybe something won't. But you know what? If they do come in and shut you down, you've got a good fight, and I guarantee you can find an attorney that would take that up. Because I mean, but you can't shut you down. They got to give each person an individual trial to close them down for stuff like this.
Well, here's the madness, and like I said last time, we were doing one time that. Under a state of emergency, you're going to see some wild stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I've been under a few state of emergencies, and they just do anything.
They do whatever.
And the courts look the other way. This one's starting to – more and more people are now starting to get angry and are starting to argue back. They're not able to defend this anymore. Mm-hmm. The problem with Trump is being a businessman. If you say – he was the head of Trump Inc. or whatever it was.
Right.
He says, take $1 million and send to this person. It's done within an hour. It's done.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he signs this bill. Here's some money for small businesses. Guess what? You just threw it into a pot of bureaucracy. It's not going anywhere. It'll be 6-8 months before it trickles out to people.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be scams and ripoffs and all kind of crap. You're going to put people out of business.
Yeah, it's sad to me. I mean,
we didn't shut down for the bubonic plague. This is madness.
And this is
if we were to lose 2 million people, you still shouldn't shut down the country.
This is not, as far as diseases go, viruses, things that kill people, this is not that high up on the list.
No.
It hasn't, I mean, has it even hit the actual flu numbers yet?
No.
I mean,
no, not even their pumped up numbers. They ain't even close. And it's not even going to be higher than some they're projecting now. This is their peak projection, and they're counting anything that falls dead anywhere. If you got a gunshot wound to the head, COVID-19.
Because chances are, I mean, they're just doing it, but chances are everybody's got the thing.
A lot more people than it's been around a while.
There's a great big portion of them that don't exhibit any ailments. Or
Stanford put out a study, and Stanford has actually been doing decent studies on this, and they're like, they've been saying for a while, this is not that bad. And Stanford went and tested wastewater, and they're saying there is a ton of COVID-19 in the wastewater. There are tons of people who have this that you don't even know about. You can just go to major cities, check the wastewater, and it's in there.
And if it's in the wastewater, then that means everyone in that freaking city has it.
Well, it's already going through people's body, and they're saying this is not, a couple of people. This is like half the freaking population.
Right.
They're finding large numbers, and that you'll have to look it up. It's a Stanford. Just look up Stanford study.
But they figured out how to pump this up to get what they wanted.
Yeah.
To get the money.
It's amazing.
To control the American people.
And
to
American
shut
people
down
are
businesses.
demanding it.
And we're still demanding it.
It's insane.
Still demanding it. I don't.
Scared to death. Look,
I wasn't shut down, and I'm more pissed off than someone who got shut down. I mean, I don't understand how that works.
Well, because they're scaring everybody away. And right now is the time that you need to have a firearm. Why do you not have a firearm? Get a firearm and get some training right now. Right now. Because it's just, if they're talking about now going past the first. And, wow, what's up?
Nothing. Just keep going. I'm trying to keep in what it.
So if you, right now, get on this. Learn your firearm, get some training, get a couple of classes under your belt and get ready, because we don't know where this is going. We don't know what's going to happen, man. They're destroying food left and right. They're destroying. I know places that
I saw piles of vegetables and just piled up. They're rotting.
Yeah, they're mowing them up. They're plowing them under. Just fields of vegetables.
As a vegetarian, I'm crying inside.
They were free, man. You should have got them.
Well, not vegetarian, plant-based. I'm crying inside.
Okay.
I'm not vegetarian. Screw that.
Chicken, pork, beef, milk were dumping by the ton. Because the schools and restaurants are closed. Okay. Now, what happens when these come back up? Now, cows produce milk every day, so you're going to have milk.
Yeah.
Vegetables, you don't just get out. You don't just go say, hey, I'm going to go pick some more vegetables. There's seasons for those.
We're coming into gardening season. I bet the price of pressure cookers are going to go through the freaking roof. Pressure canners are going to go through the roof now.
Well, I know food processing plants that are closed because they have processed everything they can. Their freezers are full. Freezers cost millions of dollars. They are not, you don't just go rent some freezer space. There's a limited amount of freezer space that you will spend $10 million on a nice freezer.
Well, yeah.
Their freezers are full and they shut down. They're like,
well, just think about the local or any dairy farmers, but that's big around here. They're spending the money every day to feed these cattle, someone to milk these cattle, take care of them, and then at the end of the day, they're dumping the milk. I did find out that there were signs now because they were limiting the milk that you could buy, and dairy farmers are like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So now there's signs everywhere saying buy as many as you want. Take 29. Take whatever.
This is Idaho.
Yeah.
This is Idaho. We got more cows than people.
Yeah.
Get the milk.
Speaking of produce, I got some eggs for you. Just don't forget. By the way, I got to figure out how to get them home without them breaking. But I got a whole bowl.
Okay.
Sorry.
But
way out everywhere today.
Now let's just take, for example, everybody. For some reason, people think you can just open this economy back up.
Right.
Bang, boom, pow. We threw the switch. It's back up. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's going to be slow. If you have a business and you had 100 people, well, you're going to say, let's take back 40 people and let's go lean and mean and let's see what we gauge our production and or what we're selling. But even with that, now imagine with these shortages, you all of a sudden going back to restaurants and, well, I guess schools are done for the year, huh?
Yeah,
but
possibly.
Imagine restaurants are restaurants, depending on the produce, restaurants and schools are 60% of a commodity. Now you're losing some of that. Now imagine that going back up that high. What's the prices going to be for you on the street?
Oh yeah,
this is there's so.
I'm going to be boiling my shoe leather, making a stew. So much for being plant based.
Yeah, they're killing chickens. But I have never heard of such madness, and everybody's going along and cheering it. It's insanity.
Well, just think about, if you have these I'm talking like really small business, like barbershops or whatever, okay, or gym owners and stuff like that, because those can be, depending on the size of those, could be small businesses, right?
Right.
And if you don't put those people under while they're waiting to open back up again, prices, everything else is going through the roof. People aren't going to want to spend that extra money to go do this or that. People might learn how to cut their own damn hair. People might, does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're going to kill them one way or another. And to be honest with you, the small businesses, it's like the backbone of this country, hardworking Americans. You got places like Walmart and big giant places like the big sporting goods stores and stuff like that, these big corporations.
They're essential.
They're essential because they run everything. They have a big say in what happens. And so if you can run out, if maybe they're in on it. If you can run out the small business owners, you get everything.
You get everything.
You get everything.
Everything.
Absolutely
and
everything.
Anything that you can't corner the market on, you can buy it right now for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pennies.
This whole thing is just a mess, man.
It is a nightmare. And people are acting like, yeah, we're doing a good job. No,
you're not. You're following into there's.
If this was a 2 million people killer, which was the absolute worst case scenario, which was absolute nonsense.
How many people we killed?
We would still be fine. Probably 100.
Yeah.
It's right now their biggest projection now is 60,000. And I heard a lower one than that, but I didn't spend time to verify it. That is nothing.
It's a big.
I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for the people that are dying. But that's counting heart attack victims. That's counting the cancer victims. That's counting people run over by cars.
Yeah, the people that they list as being killed by
COVID-19.
They're doing the best they can to pad these numbers.
They are. And they're flat out telling you, there's a funny thing about deception.
We're buying it.
Where the Bible says over and over, be ye not deceived. Jesus said, don't be deceived. Be ye not deceived. There's a funny thing about deception that I've noticed in my life. That when people deceive you, they can't help but have cracks in their armor. You'll see little glimpses and glimmers and little things. You'll say they'll slip up, just like Dr. Bricks. And I'm going to call her Bricks because I don't care.
I don't think she does either. You're good.
She came out and said that. And the next day I need to make a clarification. And her silly clarification. Then people start defending that. You have to kind of choose to be deceived.
Yeah.
Because you can see when somebody's deceiving you, they can't hold it up all the time, and you'll see glimpses of, oh, this is BS. But if you choose to continue with it, go right ahead, and that's what's happening. But a lot of people finally, we're starting to get some people, not the conservative thought leaders, not the big Twitter people, not all them. They're actually pushing to have you chipped. What in the hell is that?
Yeah, mandatory vaccinations. Come on. Bill Gates owns everything.
You're not tipping me, man.
Bill Gates has a hand in absolutely everything. All the facilities that you send the COVID-19 tests to be looked at, right?
Okay.
He's got a hand. I read an article, or actually that video that we just played, that little excerpt in that video, it talks about he's got a hand in that.
Well, they're doing
he controls all that.
Hydroxychloroquine study in New York. You know who's funding that study? Bill Gates.
Well, he also came out and said in one article,
so he'll make it say whatever he wants.
I posted it on Facebook. He came out and said he's looking like he's somebody. You'd vote this man, but you know what I'm saying? He came out and said it'd be at least 10 more weeks of lockdown.
He's insane. 10
more weeks. Well, someone else pointed this out. We are the conspiracy theory type podcast, at least right now.
Okay.
Someone pointed this out. 10 weeks. If you've got a vaccine, which they probably do, because you guys know where we stand on this. If you got a vaccine, 10 weeks, you could get all the elite and all the upper echelon and everyone that had, that was, they deemed worthy enough could get that vaccine within 10 weeks. And then you add a chip to the rest, and bam, we're all screwed.
Interesting. If you go to the Daily Mail, I don't know, what is it, .co.uk, or and type in, just look up Daily Mail. Put in Bill Gates. Bill Gates is actually testing a vaccine now. Now, most vaccines inject within the muscle, and at least that's what this story said. But his is unique, that it's just under the skin. And then they
Go figure.
yeah,
Right where you'd put a chip.
and then they have to activate it. They have to zap it. They have to scan it and zap it.
They have to turn it
a
on.
little electrical pulse.
They have to turn it on.
Yeah, so while they're sitting there typing all of your information in the computer and giving you your shot, then they zap it and put it on that RFID chip. There you go. Free to go.
And so now you got
They're
places.
flat out telling you, man.
Oh, yeah.
There's something electronic in that shot.
We had to turn that shit on.
Yeah.
I know what those are. I used to pit tag fish for the freaking fishing game. You just whoop, stick them right in, dude. Just scan, burp, gives all the information you want. I used to have a vial of those chips. I'd have to show them to you.
Okay.
They're pretty cool. I don't know why I kept them. Maybe I was going to chip my kids or something.
I don't know. Just tape one to your hand whenever they want.
There you go. Beep. It's blank. I don't know what the hell happened. You guys ruined it. Someone didn't zap me enough.
Set too close to the microwave or
Our
something.
neighboring state, get this, our neighboring state, Utah,
Okay.
they are going to ping your phone if you're flying or driving into the state and make you ask for your papers or make you fill out paperwork trying to verify that you are not a COVID-19 carrier, that you've been checked, and at any point that the vaccination goes live, I guarantee you that's going to be part of it as well. I mean, we live in the United States of America, and now they're wanting papers when we cross over to other states.
Papers.
That is insane.
Well, it's guaranteed to have a little resurgence. It's guaranteed to have a second wave because they're locking people in their houses like cattle. This whole flatten the curve thing, the whole reason to flatten the curve is so it wouldn't overwhelm the hospitals, so they would have enough ventilators and all this stuff to take care of people. It never even came close.
There wasn't even a curve to flatten.
But they're saying stay in your home to prevent accident. What they're doing is they're staying in the home. If you let it burn through the population, this is conventional thought. Let it burn through the population. It's going to take some people out, blah, blah. If it's really bad, it's going to take out a lot of people. If it's not too bad, it's going to take out a few people. But you kind of get a herd immunity.
Sure.
If you lock people in their houses, then you're going to have new people exposed to it, and you're going to have a resurgence of it. And the longer it takes to go through people, the more the chance it has to mutate. This is brilliant design, man.
No, it is.
These monsters.
Well, and right now, I mean, granted, today's not the best, but I mean, we're in spring, right?
Yep.
And it was we were over 70 degrees a couple days this week, or right at 70. The sunshine is the way to. It kills all kinds of flus.
All kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. And you got places down in California, one lonely dude's out there on a freaking surfboard or a
save the fish
or a paddle board or whatever, way the hell out there. And they freaking arrest him.
Mississippi is writing people tickets for sitting in their car at church. Unbelievable. On Easter. During the Holy Week, I don't remember what day it was. Maybe it was Good Friday.
Yeah, well, he said we're all coming back next weekend. So he told cops, he's like, it's $500 tickets is what they got, I think, each person. And they told him, he said, you better get more ticket books. We're going to be back next week.
I heard a federal judge just gave them just put a stop to all that for right now.
That's good.
One of Trump's appointments. So good job. But,
good job.
Yeah.
It's just amazing the stuff that they're doing right now.
It's insane.
And I know I just keep repeating that, but it blows my mind.
It's hard to wrap your head around. It's almost like, okay, is this
you can't believe
apocalyptic stuff, or is this?
It seems surreal.
Is this the end?
Yeah.
I mean, I've read the Book of Revelation. Is this? Are we going to be chipped, or is this going to pull back? And the next president, absolutely. And I can see how they set Trump up. He was first saying it's not that big a deal. Then Italy had a problem. They shut down. Now anything that he don't do looks like he's encouraging this to go on.
Right.
And with the media and with the hype and with the social media's anything that's negative towards this, saying this is BS, gets shadow banned. It gets quiet. It don't get the reach. Everything else. And Trump don't even have his rallies or anything anymore. He's really in a bubble. And I hope he's not actually listening to these people. I hope he's ready to pull something back, because good grief, man.
He likes people to like him, though.
He does like people to like him. And they're going to hate you no matter what. And they're going to use it against you. You can look for old Dr. Fascist. He's going to come out and before the election, he's going to start trashing Trump, saying that he blew it and all this stuff. Right now, they look like best friends. Wait for the election. He's going to come out. He's a political operative. This is all politics. Yeah, they got some people dying. Yeah, it might get bad. We don't know. If 2 million people died, you don't shut the world down for 2 million. You just don't. You just don't.
No.
Because you're destroying everything. And the billionaires are going to buy everything pennies on the dollar. Right now, they're telling people, I don't remember where it was, Minnesota maybe, that they can't buy seeds to plant gardens. They can't. That's not essential. You go in Walmart, which is essential, and they have stuff roped off that they deem in the store that you're walking in as non-essential. You cannot purchase that.
So that's a step. That's a
steal it.
Well, that's one of those things. We
go take it and destroy it and dump it on the ground.
We mentioned
pay for the damaged property.
We mentioned mark of the beast and buying and selling and trading. So is that a step in the direction? We're only letting you buy what we deem is essential. But if you've been vaccinated and you got our little chip, which ding ding, we can tell you can free reign in the store, buy whatever you want.
Well, if they get the chip, you won't even be allowed to purchase anything. You won't be allowed in the store.
Yeah.
Now, you can't. Getting through the doors would take a massive overhaul of a lot of stuff. New doors, new systems, everything, security at the doors. But you can stop each person as they check out. They have a little hand scanner.
Yeah. Big corporations.
You can do that easy.
He meets with big corporations.
Yeah.
They have big meetings. This last big one that they had. Okay, remember everything? Maybe said this is what we've talked about. We're starting now.
Amazon has stuff in warehouses.
It's crazy.
And they refuse to send it because it's non-essential.
Yeah.
It's sitting in their warehouse.
Yeah.
Not sending it. Because we don't deem that you need it.
Yeah.
Are you out of your mind? What is going on with America?
It's all insane. I mean,
my fellow Americans.
I tell you what, and I've
Get
done.
your ass
I've
up.
done it. It's been 6-7 years probably since I've actually had a good one, but or an actual put time into one. But I tell you what, you can walk outside this door here. I've been rototilling, fertilizing. I'm proud. I mean, I'm putting in a freaking garden. I mean, what are you going to do? You got to be prepared. We had a question come in on the radio show that I do on Fridays.
Better keep watch of it.
And well, I will. I cast my own bullets too. So, some guy called and wanted to know about reloading. He had questions about reloading, about was it worth it, and did you really save money? And I'll be honest with you, you reload. There's a couple reasons why you reload. Okay, you reload because you enjoy reloading. It is kind of fun once you get it set up and figured out, and you want to dial your loads in, yes or no. You don't have to, but you can really crank out some ammo if you do it right. There is an initial cost and an initial investment.
Right.
You got to buy the ingredients, the primers.
In normal times, it don't pay for itself.
Yeah, it doesn't. But I tell you what.
In crazy times.
You can go to the grocery store and you can buy food, right? So you don't have to garden. But it pays to know how to do that stuff. It pays to know how to can and put up your own food.
Right.
It pays to know how to make your own ammo and have the supplies to do so and be prepared to do so. It pays to do that when you need to. It's called being self-reliant.
Right.
Because look what's going on.
It's madness.
I mean, if they really did, and I don't know exactly, I mean, they'd figure it out if they wanted to do it real bad, but if they really actually, like some states are, if they locked you down to your house, do you have what you need to survive, to live? I mean, there's some stuff that you don't maybe have unless you've got a cow, you don't have milk, but you know what? You don't need freaking milk. You don't need some of that stuff. Do you have a garden? Do you know how to garden? Can you plant a garden? Do you have the tools? Do you have the seeds? Do you have the know-how? Can you make the ammunition? If we really want to go down the prepper line, all those questions come up. Can you survive? Could you stay at your house for a month or two and not really have to go anywhere?
I'm good.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah.
But long term, no.
You know what I'm saying, though. I mean, I don't know if I could stay here for years and years and years.
Yeah, if you start talking,
I'm good for a while.
Term.
I may run out of Doritos, but I mean, you don't.
Oh shit, that's essential.
Yeah, but you don't need that. You need stuff like oatmeal and flour and. If you got wheat, you can grind your own. I mean, that's a whole nother. This is like a homesteading podcast now, but it's, that's questions to ask yourself. Do you have what you need? I mean, these people, we've talked about it. They run out. I need a gun. I need the ammo. All I got is 40 rounds of ammo. I need ammo. Why aren't you buying a box of ammo every time you get freaking groceries?
Yeah.
When years ago, and I got enough now since I started doing Patriot Defense, I just order in bulk for my classes and whatnot. But years before I started doing this, you go to Walmart to get groceries, a couple times a month, once a month, whatever it was. You go buy
100 rounds.
You go buy the Wally World,
Yeah.
the Wally World white box, Winchester
Ugh.
white box, 50, 100 rounds though. You can get it for like $22.
Used to.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, you buy one of those a couple times a month. That's 200 rounds a month, right?
Right.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. When you find it on sale, buy 1,000.
Yeah,
You can find 9mm was going for $180, 1,000.
yeah,
Not nice rounds.
Yeah.
Grab 1,000.
Yeah.
Throw 1,000 in the corner. Next time it's on sale, get another 1,000.
yeah.
Slowly stock up.
Just
be
because
ready.
you have it doesn't mean you have to shoot it.
No.
Just because you have it doesn't mean you need to eat it. Put it away. Do something, right? I mean,
Well, see, right now, even with all the chaos, we still have electricity. We still have internet. We still have the comforts. And
it's when you
and we still have water on tap. I mean, this is getting insane.
I have a well.
Okay.
So, you take away the internet. You take away my freaking Tiger King, I'm pissed.
Woo.
You take away Netflix.
You take away the internet, people coming out of the house.
Oh, they
They're
have
watching
to.
the Constitution be shredded, and they won't make a move.
Well,
you take the internet, that's a wrap.
You shut the internet off. You shut stuff like the internet and the TV. People won't know what's going on. If it happens and they march down their street or throw flyers out of the freaking airplane or whatever it is.
Here's the problem. That internet has people that maintain it. There's servers that take electricity.
Yeah.
There are states. I see pictures of, now we hadn't lost a lot of car traffic around here.
No.
It's probably cut in half, maybe. But there's still a lot of people out. But there's a lot of food processing out here.
Oh, tons.
We supply food to a lot of the world. So these are essential people. But you look at pictures of like L.A., and there'll be nobody on the highways. That's insane. So these people aren't working. Now, the people who have money are fine. But the 70, 80%, at least 80%, I'm just picking a number, that have to work paycheck to paycheck, they're not going to be able to pay that internet bill.
Yeah.
These people that are working at your local cable office or internet provider, whoever it is, and the electricity that they use, those bills are still coming in. So what happens when we start getting kinks in the chain here where they're like, okay, we got to lay people off. They get a server breakdown. You get a couple of them that mess up, need backup, whatever. You get electricity that starts getting too high. I don't know. You let that mess up? You let the internet mess up? People coming out the house.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You mentioned something that I wanted to touch on, and I've mentioned it before in the past, and now you're actually starting to see it more and more. Because of this, the dolphins are swimming through the canals of Venice or whatever.
Save the world.
I mean, you see pictures of L.A. and
I'm going to eat that damn dolphin.
Yeah, you see dolphin-free tuna, not so much. You see pictures of the skyline, pictures of L.A., and it's not smoggy at all.
No. You
are starting to see more and more articles coming out say, after a month of no people or very little, look what's happening. Look what's happening. Our Mother Earth is rebounding. Mother Earth is coming back. You are starting to hear people say that. That's one of their bullets, man. They're going to start hitting on that. You don't need to be there. Look at all the beautiful. They're coming after that. That's going to be another feather in their hat.
Yeah, you don't need it. You get a universal income and you can stay at home the rest of your life. You just do what we tell you and get your chip.
Let the dolphins swim. Let the skyline be less hazy.
When I lived in California, I met one of those people. They were upset that I worked for a company that produced chemicals. And they were, you're killing the planet. And it just took me so off guard.
A couple weeks later, I got a mouse problem.
No, it was so funny. I was like, we're a virus, and the earth is trying to kill us. I said, I'm on the front lines. I'm the only one that's fighting back. I'm going to kill it first. She looked horrified.
That wasn't the lady with Pookie Boo?
No. I didn't talk to her. We was in court.
Okay.
I ain't speaking to her. That was big trouble.
But I tell
Interesting people.
Lots of guns being sold, lots of ammo being sold, no mass shootings. But you know what? For a while there, we were having some mass shootings. And I came across a video of our favorite person.
Okay.
And he's talking about, I don't think we played this here.
We're going back to guns. We're going to bounce around.
We are. We're going to go back to guns. Well,
this
is called a segue.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know that I'm very good.
In the business. In the business. They call this a...
So
in the business, they call this a segue.
That's right. This is our buddy. This is our friend. This isn't. We do not think like this. Okay, but this is our buddy. This is our friend. This is Lucian Black. This is Mr. Voda Inc.
Okay.
Mr. Because I'm black.
I thought he was Voda Logic.
Voda Logic. Voda Inc. He's got like 5 Facebook pages.
Probably getting sued. Has to keep changing his
something. Anyhow, he's got a little statement about why we have lots of mass shootings in this country, and it's very intriguing. And so we're gonna go ahead. Let me set this up real quick here. Set it up, and we're gonna go ahead and play it now.
People talking about gun violence and gun deaths and everything like that. I'm gonna tell you the main reasons as to why we have so much gun violence and gun death, and I'm gonna take the time and talk to you while I'm here. The reason why is because we make way too many guns and we don't train enough people. Even more than that, we don't have stricter policies as far as the punishments for people who...
So he's advocating for stricter gun policies.
Commit gun crimes. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you're pumping out on average over... let's say 1 million guns with all the manufacturers here, because this nation is the #1 exporter of arms and guns in the world, and you're not training nearly even half that amount of people, not even a third of those people that those guns are supposed to go to in this country or whatever.
Not even a third.
You're going to have gun safety issues. You're going to have accidents. You're going to have outright violence if you're not screening for mental health. I see a lot of states out here that are, letting people go concealed carry without even taking a class, without even getting certified. Like, what kind of stuff is that? That is irresponsible.
I agree. I agree that the Second Amendment right, a Constitution gives us, we have the right to defend ourselves, the right to own firearms, and that we shouldn't have to take a class. I do agree with some education, but I mean, this guy sounded like he's wants to stomp all over our Second Amendment rights.
Well, he wants, because he's, in his mind, an elite.
He's the GOAT.
And
the greatest of all time. That's what comes out of his mouth.
So nobody should have it, but if they go through him, he nods and says who gets to have it and who doesn't. It don't work that way. Sorry about that. You know what else we got a lot of? We got a lot of vehicle accidents.
Yeah.
What we should do is get rid of all these damn highways. We should make everybody ride the bus.
That's
and
right.
If there ain't a bus, you sit there and wait till there is a bus. No cars.
We got to,
Idiot.
The nation, I hate to say it, the nation, there's a lot of obese people, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to chase down the spoons? The ice cream companies?
We should get rid of McDonald's.
We should get rid
We really should.
We should get rid of McDonald's. Okay.
These guns, no matter how much you like them or don't like them or whatever.
These guns. I hear a "these nuts" joke in there somewhere.
It is, these are destructive devices, inherently destructive devices. They should be heavily regulated. They should be regulated.
Inherently destructive devices. They are tools, and if used in the wrong hands by the wrong person, they can be made to do bad things.
Yeah.
Right?
Just like a killdozer.
But I love the killdozer. But he thinks they should be heavily regulated.
They are heavily regulated.
Not in his mind.
Okay.
Because I'm going to tell you now, there will be some people that are arguing and say, hey, guns save lives. And to a certain degree, they do. But that degree is only 1 in 36 or less than 1%.
This is funny. I'm sorry. This is funny coming from the guy that shot holes through the ceiling of a shooting range. I mean, this is interesting logic coming from him. They're destructive. They need to be heavily regulated because
he wants to be the one to regulate. He wants to be the one to say
he shoots
this
holes
person
through the
is
ceiling.
trained. I know he's insane. He's
him.
built himself up, and this is not a rare thing. All tyrants have this. That I know. It's the tyranny of do-gooders.
You know, I hear this and I hate this.
That they want to help you and they're going to do good for you because you're too stupid.
You know who else I hear this from a lot of?
Who's that?
Law enforcement.
Okay.
I said it. I just, they think that they shoot better and you think that they're better, that they should be not all of them.
Okay.
There's some good ones out there, but they think that they
Tell you what, now that we're on that subject, boy, there's some of them showing their colors out there.
Oh, they are.
Writing tickets, go to church.
Arresting dude playing in the park playing T-ball with his kid.
Law enforcement, you need to decide right now. This is no longer a hypothetical question. What kind of person are you?
And what side are you on?
What are you willing to do? What are you willing to enforce?
Yeah.
Now's the time to make those decisions because we're in the midst of it. Okay, go.
Craziness.
You see what I'm saying? The other times the guns are taking lives by people who don't even take a class, who obtain firearms illegally and use them for illegal purposes and different things like that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm here to tell you guys that what you can do about this is to push hard for legislation to put a cap on how many guns may be manufactured.
Put a cap.
Okay.
On how many guns can be, pretty sure he's going to say manufactured.
Because some people steal guns.
And if you steal guns, if you get guns illegally, you may do illegal things with them.
Probably so.
Probably so.
You limit the guns, there's going to be a black market for guns.
That's manufactured in this country. You see what I'm saying? I see it all the time. Coming from Chicago, people dying all the time. All in the Midwest, people dying all the time. Mass shootings that are going on, and no one seems to want to do anything about it. Well, I tell you, if you really care, if you really want to help people, what you do is that you tell these manufacturers and you start holding them accountable. You ain't got free trade, yada, 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 yada. I got that. But you start holding these people accountable. You see what I'm saying? And you tell them, hey, Smith & Wesson, this is how many guns you can make. You tell them, Glock, this is how many guns you can make. You tell them, Colt, this is how many guns you can make. This is how many AR-15s you can have. You start putting caps on these people.
Does that sound a lot like socialism to you?
It sounds pretty damn. We need to tell voters this is how many videos you can have and how many words you can have in each video and shut your pie hole. I
mean, this is insane. We need to hold these firearms manufacturers accountable, just like the car company when the guy runs over a kid out on his bicycle.
Right. And driving or something like that.
VOTA, they have tried to hold these gun companies accountable. Guess what?
Nobody ever tries to hold the alcohol companies accountable.
Yeah, no.
They just want the cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start putting caps on ammunition.
Start putting caps on ammunition.
First generation American.
Yeah, there you go.
He's new here. You know what? A lot of these the conservative talking heads that are supposed to be our thought leaders and all this crap, a lot of them are first generation. And I call first generation immigrant. What do you call it? I can't think of the name of it. And I also count first generation natural born. You're still a first generation. If you don't have 3 generations of America, it's not in you. Living here, it's not in your DNA. And it's just not. These people, they can't comprehend freedom. It's not. They don't mean to be different. They just. I'm seeing Jack Posobiec. He's a anchor for OWN. He's pretty new here,
right?
And he does not. He's pushing for the, get your certificate. Let's do this. I'm like, this is supposed to be a conservative thought leader. You got all these clowns. They're all terrible. Scott Adams. He's such a trash bag. Me and him got into it over guns. He will come out with all these different scenarios, and he's trying to manipulate people. And whatever the scenario he has, it always ends with get rid of the guns. I'm like, it don't take a genius to figure out. He's just trying to manipulate you.
Yeah.
I don't know why I went down that rabbit hole. Let's get back to
we like rabbit holes.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
See what I'm saying?
And unless the person can show reasonable cause, like they're a competition shooter, so they have to shoot those many rounds, that's cool. But for the average person, they're not shooting that many rounds. You see what I'm saying? Thousands of...
They sure as hell should be shooting a ton of rounds. If you're going to carry a gun and you're going to carry it in public, you need to shoot the damn thing.
Yeah, you need some practice.
You need to be proficient with the thing. But I suppose that, he's going to say you're not proficient unless you learn how to shoot with a knife in your hand and stab, shoot, whatever.
But tons of rounds, competition people do. That's what they do. You know what I mean? They're competitors. So, this is what they do, and I don't think that should be touched. But however, for the average person, no. There needs to be, just like you have the DMV, there should be every 6 months people being tested and trained and refresher courses and continue education classes for concealed carry. For guns, period. You see what I'm saying? The shit.
He wants government to come in and have a hand in
how many rounds
and you training, and he wants the government to set up training for you and your fire. This is the guy that got his concealed carry weapons permit revoked and his NRA credentials revoked because in his training classes, he points guns at people and has people point guns at him. Loaded, mind you. Loaded firearms. He points at people. They point at each other in class. He challenges them to take the gun away from him while it's loaded and pointed. We're not talking across the room. We're talking forehead. That's what we're talking.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Should there be a registration? To a certain degree, yes, there should be a registration. Because these are destructive devices. Just like you cannot go and buy, dynamite or TNT or RDX and different things. You can't buy these things in the store or a certain amount of fertilizer in the store.
I can buy all kinds of freaking fertilizer in the store. I don't know about him. He lives in Chicago, I guess.
You know what I'm saying? Because people fear you're going to blow up something. So the same thing should be with guns. These are destructive devices that should be regulated. And I don't care how much you think you like the Second Amendment. You only like the Second Amendment until someone do something negative and harmful to you. It doesn't hit home until your mother is killed. Your father, your brother, your sister, your auntie, your cousin. Even if you get hurt, it doesn't ring a bell. It doesn't come home until you get hit. So I'm urging people out there, and I'm urging you, if you want to see change, true change, you start holding these manufacturers accountable. You start putting caps on how many guns can be, made in this country, imported into this country. You see what I'm saying? I'm all for training. I'm all for everything. But at the same time,
he's all for gun control.
Yeah.
There has to be limits. There has to be some kind of restraint. Nothing can just grow forever. And I believe that people can do better. We must do better, because if we don't do better, somebody will step in on our behalf to help us do better. And that person or that organization you may not like. You see what I'm saying? There should always be concealed carry training classes available to the public, and that shit should be free. I'm gonna be honest with you, that should be free.
Organizations that you might not like. Is he talking about the NRA?
I don't know. I don't like any of them that's wanting to come and restrict my rights.
That'd be the NRA.
Anybody in this country, if they're eligible to own a firearm, should be able to go to any place that the state provides and get training. You see what I'm saying? For free. That's what you do.
Do you want state training?
Anybody should be able to go.
I do not want state mandated training. I do not want federal mandated training. I do get the Idaho enhanced permit. That is a state mandated training.
I mean, can you imagine a state bureaucracy doing the training?
Oh, my gosh.
Can you imagine? It would be some voter type crap.
It'd be absolutely horrible. That's why when I do my class, I have to have a law enforcement come teach part of it. Right. I am very careful about the law enforcement officer that I use to teach part of it, because I do not want them to get the law enforcement version of it. Does that make sense? I'm better than you. You're little. You shouldn't have a firearm, and you shouldn't do this and all that crap. I don't want that.
Well, even a lot of those you would get would be better. They're local.
Yeah.
I don't know, locally run guys. But can you imagine a federal bureaucracy?
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
the ATF.
God.
Can you imagine the ATF doing classes?
Well, just imagine in today's world, what the class would entail. I mean, at least an hour would be don't point your gun at LGBTQ, no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what. It would be madness.
The only way I'd take something like that is if it was taught by Lucian Black.
If I could film it.
If I could film
I don't know if I could do it, man. I'd be in full Kevlar, man. I'd be geared up. I'm like, this clown's going to kill
some
somebody.
exciting shit there.
Go get training for free.
Free.
You need safety classes? That should be free. You need self-defense, personal protection, firearm training class? That should be free. Let the states pay for it. They got the money. You know what I'm saying? If you want to privatize it, that's cool.
Yeah.
But there should be guidelines, there should be standards that are making sure that people are doing more than just simply meeting the bare bone necessities, the minimum. The minimum ain't helping nobody. You got to up the ante on these programs. These concealed carry courses, they're so weak, they're so watered down, they don't make no sense.
There's more classes out there that offer more information and that are taken by more people than what law enforcement is offered.
Do you teach people to wield a firearm and a knife at the same time?
I do not, so I'm not good enough.
You may be lacking. Okay, we have a knife now.
I need a new class.
Okay. There you go.
I'm going to study up.
The Lucian Black class.
I am stuck in my house.
Okay.
I'm going to study up. I'm going to buy some of it. I think he's got online. He's got audio.
You heard it here, folks. This is where it starts. The descent into madness.
I am going to check it out. I'm going to be creating some new VOTA classes. And
oh, man.
I'm going to get his book because I want to look at it anyway. I'm curious.
Oh, God.
Since it's all, they'll pass anybody. Stevie Wonder could pass a concealed carry class
Oh, we could.
in this country. That's how shamefully pitiful it is to get a gun and walk around concealed carry in this country.
Get your ass out of here, man.
We
go
can
where
do
you
better.
want.
So I'm supporting.
Is he stating that if you have any physical disabilities that you shouldn't be able to defend yourself?
I think so. I think that's what he's saying.
Oh. Interesting.
Not only do I support gun control, because I do. I do.
I do too, two hands.
You know, but I'm also understanding and empathetic to those people that are doing the right thing. You see what I'm saying? But right now, in this present time, in this climate here, we need some control. We need to put some restrictions on things.
That's American all day.
You know what I'm saying? We should make the box wide enough for people to play, but that box should be able to contain the people that are playing in that box, if you get what I'm talking about here.
Is he talking about concentration camps?
Well, kind of. I mean, we need control. That should be the new American motto. We need control.
We need boxes big enough for people to play, but boxes big enough to contain everyone.
Yeah.
Sounds like fences to me.
Well,
I'm going to go that direction with it. There you go.
You see what I'm saying? So you guys be safe out there. But more importantly, remain relevant. You see what I'm saying? And I'll catch you guys later on. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Do you still have the information on this video? Do you see how many views, or is it just a clip that you already pulled out?
It's on Facebook. I can look it up.
Okay. I'm just curious to know how many, if he's getting a lot of views and how many comments are mocking him, or if anybody's taking this buffoonery serious.
Yeah, people mock him. Keep chatting and I'll look it up. It'll take me just a minute to look this thing up.
I'm curious to see what they're going to give him. But
443 views.
Okay.
So let me turn my volume down here because it's going to want to play this when I pull it up.
Okay. Don't want that.
No, in fact.
Or mute your mic or something. What is that? Yeah, kill your Bluetooth or something. Oh, you're going to got it mixed in. Yeah, that
is it playing? Bad. No, yeah.
I don't hear it.
Okay, so let me dig down here. Oh, it was a live video, so I can't.
Okay.
I can't see the comments unless I actually have the video rolling. Does that make sense?
All right.
So yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's like I got you.
He's got followers.
Yeah, but for comedy, he's quite entertaining.
That wasn't even his best stuff right there.
No, that wasn't entertaining. That was just kind of infuriating.
Super surprising.
Yeah, it's like, you piece of shit.
Well, he's just.
You see what I'm saying?
You see it, your mother, your father,
Yeah.
your sister,
You killed my mother.
your brother.
You dirty rat. You killed my mother. Oh, man. Yeah.
So first and second and third and third.
Dude is insane, man.
He is.
And he's, but it kind of goes along with what we're seeing right now. We're seeing it's the tyranny of do-gooders.
Yeah.
It's, I'm going to help you and I'm going to save you. And what it is fear for themselves. They're not worried about nobody. These people don't care about nobody. They're worried about themselves, but they want to have tyranny for everybody to protect them.
Well, and I think
he's doing the same thing.
He is, and he's pissed off that he's gotten called out for, what are you listening to?
What the hell? You don't hear that noise?
Dog barking.
Okay. That's a silly bark. All right, go ahead.
Or chicken, who knows?
Chicken barking?
He's gotten called out for aiming freaking loaded guns at people, and he's trying to justify. He's just the dude is insane. I think he ate lead paint chips as a child.
Delusions of grandeur.
Something. He spent way too much time on an indoor range. I'm not sure.
You know, one thing I found that's worse than lots of money to poison your mind. See what I'm saying? Like the billionaires, like Bill Gates and stuff. There's one thing that's probably worse than money, and that's praise. When a man gets praise, when he gets his ego pumped up, good God Almighty!
Oh yeah,
and he is craving it. He's craving it. He's hungry for it. So you see what I'm saying? So he's trying to tell everybody.
And he'll say whatever
all
he
these
thinks.
words of wisdom.
He'll say anything if he thinks it's going to get.
Yeah.
Because I think he's pointed out in past videos and in past posts that, you know, I say it, they don't like it, they criticize me, they say stuff, they post stuff about me, but guess what? They're still tagging me. They're still talking about me.
He's got to have it. He's craving it. And you get a little bit. He probably had a couple students, and he gets to act like sensei or some crap, and he's a buffoon and idiot, and they don't know any better, and God help them. You know, they're trying to. They don't know. I mean, that's like going to the doctor. You go to the doctor first time, you don't know if this dude's any good or not. You just go for it, and that's what they're trying to do here.
This guy's looking for another hit.
He gets a little bit of praise. He gets a little bit of, oh, thank you so much, and he is after it. Boy, he's hungering for it. He's got it. Tell me how great I am. Tell me I'm the greatest. I'm the GOAT, and I'm black.
Well, yeah. Why didn't you come and take a class from me and tell me that?
Okay.
I'm great.
I ain't doing it.
Tell me I'm the GOAT.
I
am black.
I ain't doing it.
You're the GOAT.
Okay.
And you're white.
I ain't going to do it.
I'm Polish.
I won't be able to come back. I can't look at you if I say some shit like that.
So real quick before we finish this off, unless you have anything else you want to add.
I kind of want to go a whole different direction, but it's
no. What do you want to do?
You can't do it. You can't add it in.
Okay.
I just remember, everybody, it is Easter.
Yeah, add it in. You're good.
No, this is 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well,
I kind of got a rant and a spiel that I want to go down, but it's Easter. Calm down. Calm down.
At least for the day.
Yeah. It's Easter Sunday. Fear not. Chill out. Anyway, you know, on Friday, it's funny. We have words for each one. Palm Sunday, we say Hosanna. On Good Friday, we say it is finished. On Easter, which is a unfortunate name to be calling it, the resurrection, it is finished. No, he is risen.
He is risen.
Okay, you got to throw him off there.
It's okay.
So chill out a little bit, and you know, just my little. I don't know. It might anger some people. It might give some comfort, but he's risen. Chill out. It's all good.
Calm down, and then when you're done, and
stop calling cops on your neighbors.
And the new Tiger King episode is due out tomorrow.
Oh man, I heard that's just going to be interviews.
I don't know what it is. I want to watch it.
Okay, I heard it was Joe McHale doing interviews of the people in it, and I'm like, not as good.
Not as good, but I'll watch for a little bit.
Okay.
I do want to throw this out there, though. I was contacted by a listener.
Okay.
A listener took me
Did we
up.
get hate mail?
No.
Come on, man. What's with the hate mail?
He took me up on my... He texted me.
Okay.
He didn't call me, which he could call me. That's fine, too. He text messaged me and said he listens to the podcast. He says, hey, I was just taking you up on the text me offer. I'm a listener from Texas. My name is Kelly Dewey. I got on the last live deal we did toward the end. Just want to say I love what you guys are doing and keep it up. He's gone back. He's listened to everything. He's almost caught up. So thank you for reaching out.
Yeah, you got time on your hands,
Thank you for reaching out, Mr. Kelly Dewey. This guy's done a couple podcasts in the past. I don't know what they were.
Encourage your governor. Encourage Governor Abbott. He's wanting to lift restrictions. I can't even believe those words are coming out of my mouth. But let him do it.
Let people get back to work.
Yeah. Let it. It'll put pressure on other governors like our little coward that we got, Chicken Little. I got to do something. Coward.
I'm gonna get a sound clip of the Chicken Little and like the freaking sky is falling or something and put that on here.
Anyway, you were talking about your.
Oh no. He has some podcasts that he used to do and he said with work and stuff and family and other obligations that they never really he wasn't able to keep up doing them. So, but he said ours sounded great. So coming from another guy who produced podcasts for a while, that makes me feel pretty good.
Okay,
we do a pretty good job here, I think.
Send the hate mail.
Yeah, we really we kind of want hate mail. If you have any.
Hate mail's kind of honest.
We want critique.
And it gets down deep. And then when people are angry, they want to tell you, you dummy.
That's right. And then we're going to have Tarver read that hate mail in some kind of
I'll read it.
Crazy voice. I'm going to pre-record it. We're going to play it. And we're going to have, it's going to be a whole nother podcast right there. But if you like it, share it with your friends. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube. Hit subscribe, share it with your friends. Thank you. Once again, if you want to comment, got any questions, anything, you can text me or call me, area code 620-794-6223. That's area code 620-794-6223. Find us on Facebook under Patriot Defense. I just posted up some new hats that I had made up and got in, and I tell you what, they are gone.
Really?
New ones. Yeah, you looked up. I got Cryptech camo ones now.
Okay, I don't know what that is. What is Cryptech?
It's that weird camo. I'll show it to you later.
Okay, not digital stuff, huh?
No.
Okay.
And I got some of those in, and they sold like overnight. They're all spoken for. I got to go get more made up. So anyhow, check that out. Check out the hats. Follow us there. Anything we do, I post up on there. Everyone else, have a great weekend, and I got something in my eye here.
And get you a class.
Get you a class.
Come
get trained.
You a class and get ready, because we don't know what this madness is going. How far this is going to go.
And help someone. If you know someone that went out and bought a new firearm, and maybe they have never had a firearm before.
For God's sake, send them to a class,
or help them and guide them and answer their questions. Even if they don't have money for a class, teach them what you know, as long as you're not the goat. So we appreciate it, and we appreciate you guys as always, and we shall be back next weekend, I believe. You good for next weekend?
I think so. I don't know. Who knows, man?
Who knows?
It might be raining. We might have a locust problem next week. It could be raining fire and brimstone. We don't know. It's getting ugly out there. See what I'm saying?
I'm coming over to your house so we can spray.
Okay.
Okay, man. Catch you guys next week. Bye.